Hey, Jordan here with ThatHumble Wrestling, ThatHumble.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, which I think you should, I say some kind of funny things sometimes. It's at Jordan_Verge on Twitter. And, the King of the Ring tournament has been a hot discussion on Twitter recently, again, at Jordan_Verge. And the most recent King of the Ring was Shinsuke Nakamura. He beat King Corbin for the crown. Shinsuke, he didn't win a tournament, but hey, it still counts, apparently. And that's made me start thinking about when Shinsuke Nakamura first got signed back in 2016. And then I came across this article, Shinsuke Nakamura, 5 dream matches that WWE must book for the NXT superstar. But I'm not alone. Ted, who am I joined by?
Joined by your tag team partner, it's Ted. So this is when he came into the company, right?
Yes. This is right after this. April 22nd, I believe, is right after his first takeover. So I don't think Sami Zayn will be on here.
Okay. So let's just, for the viewers watching who may not be familiar with Shinsuke outside of WWE, quickly, this was a huge signing for them. They signed him, AJ, and
the Good Brothers.
And the Good Bros.
Yep.
Nakamura was insane in New Japan and elsewhere.
Yep.
And they're also coming off of a wild Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, I think it was either Wrestle Kingdom 9 or 10. But AJ and Shinsuke, Wrestle Kingdom.
An absolutely banger of a match. Go watch that match.
Bro, my neck still hurts just from watching that.
God, that match was absolutely insane. God. So those two hot off of that match coming into WWE, I'm excited to see what this is.
I'm just gonna throw some names out there. I think they say Roman Reigns, John Cena. This is WWE must book for the NXT superstar. I think they're gonna stick with. This is a list by Ryan Dilbert. This link is going to be in the description down below. I think they're going to stick with main roster guys, and I think I think they're going to have AJ in there.
I hope so.
So, all right, let's see. The first name on the list. Oh, these are some honorable mentions. Okay, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Yeah, we got that AJ and Shinsuke WrestleMania match in 2018. Your boy was there, by the way.
You were. I forgot that was even a match. That happened so long ago.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. Yeah, that whole feud just centered around, I'm going to kick you in the balls. And then it was like, no, I'm going to kick you in the balls. And Shinsuke was like, all right, well, I'm going to hand you this championship. Nope, balls. And then Kevin Owens, I'm sure Shinsuke and Kevin have had matches before, right?
I'm sure.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I think that was the match that they wanted to see.
Some of them we haven't seen on the main, right?
No, we haven't seen Brock Lesnar and Shinsuke, but these two fought in the Tokyo Dome, I think in 2006. I mean, if they're serving it to me, it's not like I'm going to be like, no. But I don't know if it's still a necessary, a dream match. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, I think these guys were a team for a little bit.
Yeah, I think we've seen. I feel like we've seen this. I like reading this where it says his bouts with John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and Sami Zayn provide precursor of the kind of excellence expect opposite Nakamura.
It's beautiful, really. It's just unfortunate, these two have never really been hot at the same time. Yeah. I think they've probably had a million matches, and they've all been great. The two of the best workers in the world. But
Cesaro catches heat every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Every 2 years, Cesaro is on this run where it was like, dude, Cesaro's great, and everyone's like, yeah, we know.
It's where Vince McMahon's just like, oh, Cesaro is good, and then everyone's like, yes, he is, and then
it's Claudio, Vince,
and then Vince is like, I'm gonna have him lose in the first round of the King of the Ring to Finn Balor. John Cena. We did see this. We saw it on a random SmackDown to determine the number one contender to face Jinder Mahal.
Oh boy.
Samoa Joe. Yeah, these guys had a lot of runs in NXT.
A whole bunch.
I think that this led to Samoa Joe being the first ever 2-time champion, right?
Yes.
And then that also led to Shinsuke Nakamura being the second.
Is that when he won it, like at a house show?
I think that Joe beat Balor at a house show, right?
Okay.
And then I think that Joe beat Shinsuke. Does Joe just beat dudes at house shows?
I think so.
Samoa Joe, yeah. They did have dream matches for sure.
Yes.
Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel like this is something I can't pinpoint when it would have happened, but it must have happened. I'm going to look up Cage Match Database just to see when the last time Nakamura and...
March 26th on an episode of SmackDown?
Of this year?
Was the last time? I don't know if it was the first time. Or March 26th, 2021. I don't know if that's the first time, but we got them there.
Let's see. I'm on Cage Match Database. I'll bring it back over here. So let's just see all of the times that... So, Intercontinental title match, October... Okay, so they're running the house show circuit right now.
Okay.
They were both in the Money in the Bank ladder match. They were in a Fatal 4-Way on SmackDown. They had a 9-minute match. Let's see if they had like a pay-per-view.
I don't even know what you're looking at here, but this is an interesting website.
This is Cage Match Database, so you can like see all of the matches ever. So Fastlane 2021, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's a dream match, and I definitely remember it too.
Absolutely not.
They also had a Survivor Series match. I think that's one I do remember.
A Raw vs. SmackDown Live, eh?
Yeah, I think Rollins.
Is that just a video game?
I think Rollins was Intercontinental Champion and Shinsuke was United States Champion. Okay, that's kind of cool then.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right.
I think that was the list. Ted, if you had to name anyone else who would be a dream match for Shinsuke Nakamura, who's coming to mind?
Oh, he's strictly staying in the Fed?
No.
Okay. Just because
I know, I'm so sorry. I don't want to ask you a question to interrupt you. If he goes to AEW, a similar list like this is going to get put together for dream matches in AEW. So for sure.
I mean, obviously, like, have we seen him versus Daniel Bryan? I'm sure we have, right?
I'm sure they had to have crossed paths at some point during their most recent run. They were both SmackDown boys. And
I'm sure he's had a run with like Suzuki. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see him like Jon Moxley, not Dean Ambrose, but Jon Moxley.
Yep. I honestly like a Kenny
Nick Gage.
Nick Gage and Shinsuke in a death match. That's right. Nakamura, he was the king of strong style versus the king of death matches. Book it. I'm ready.
Book it.
All right, Ted. Well, this was a list. Dream matches from 2016 for Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm Jordan. That's Ted. This was That Humble Wrestling. See ya.